I have no commitment chops. I do something and I move right along. I saw a photograph the other day of Boston on New York Street in 1933. And the cars in the year I was born, they looked like bricks on wheels, and they had wooden spoked wheels. Wooden spoked. They were still halfway back to rat wagons. I mean, fascinating. First off, about me professionally. I'm currently a main tour guide leading groups from those megaships that you see docked in Portland and Rockland. Prior to that, I was publisher of a successful nostalgia magazine called Rediscover New Hampshire, and prior to that, I created films for the public broadcasting system, for Westinghouse Broadcasting, and for Merv Griffin Productions.
The city serves as a meeting ground for the empire's divergent peoples and ideas. Christian and Muslim, Semite and Negro learn to tolerate traditional differences. This may prepare them for even greater changes now underway. When the Italian occupation ended in 1941, thousands of the former enemy remained to seek their fortunes in this potentially rich country. Theirs is the largest foreign population in the capital. Because of their road building and other achievements during the occupation, they are accepted by the Ethiopians and continue, as businessmen, their contribution to the empire.
Comincia adesso, va bene? Hai capito? Perché fai così? Hai capito? Adesso fai quella fascia qui, guarda lì. Gorbo, passa di qua. Muoviti, fai raccogliere tu stasera più. Aspetta, dai, fai il gorbo. Prendi quella roba là, vai, fai raccogliere, dai.
The Italian invasion was a double-edged sword. While it broke a 3,000-year chain of independence, it also introduced Ethiopia to the 20th century and to the rest of the world.
Da mettere il cemento qua. Demolire quelle baracche. Demolire subito quelle baracche.
You know, what was the impact of making this film?
What was the impact of making this film? Well, it was, it helped to bring attention to the damage that urban renewal, aggressive urban renewal, was doing to the citizens, to their personal lives, and to the character of the city. The reason, I made it because my family had undergone similar disruption in Roxbury, very painful, and the old folks in that community, Bromley Park, they were just given a few bucks. Their buildings were taken, they were torn down. These people were free to go wherever they felt like, wherever they could accommodate themselves. Destroyed the community, and many of them died a few years later. Within a few years, a lot of those old people died. Life was not worth living, and that's what got me upset when I saw it happening to this community. And the North End was slated to be next to be torn down in the interest of progress, and that's what really got me going. Because when I started making this film, the West End was already doomed. He started tearing it down, but I was really focused not on revealing what pain there was in the case of these people, plus the skullduggery that the developers were involved in getting this thing approved for destruction. But the North End was on the chopping block, and I'm told that this film had the desired effect and helped to save the North End. This film that was not Main Street was not the only thing that saved the North End by a long shot. They were better. They were politically more organized, which this West End wasn't, and that helped considerably to save the North End. But that's, the North End is beautiful. It's one of the gems of the city, and the West End could have been as well. But c'est la vie. And some of the people who were being thrown out were so sad. I had this guy. Said he was 65. Had an Italian accent, and he said, "I have a nicer building, a beautiful building, and this nicer stone of steps. I clean all of the time. They're throwing me out." And he starts to cry. You can hear him. He says, "I'm a no baby. I'm a no baby." He's pretending defending his crying.
They cry like a baby. When they go out outside the door, they kiss the house like this. They cry. You don't believe that. You don't believe it. You got to believe me. If you got to put it on television, to put it is good. I'm no stupid. I'm smart. And I'm no baby. I'm 72 years old. I don't expect that to throw them out in the street. Like all nice people, beautiful people. All right, some bummers all around the world, anyhow. If you got a 50 spoon on the table, one got to be rushed. I believe that.
Why, I think it was worse than war for what they did to these poor people. They just dribbed them out of their homes. Now, when I look around, I don't even know my own street. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at, and I've been a resident here for a long and many years. I've been here that I don't even know now one street from another. They all got to look the same. I even cried. I could see my daughter's bedroom from the house. I could see. And I had the children look up. It was really a pitiful. It was really a shame. I mean, and those three children really took it in their hearts and everything that they said, Ma, look at the house that we loved coming down.
I've been 50 years in the West. We're all friends. No fight at all with nobody. We know each other like a brother and sisters. We're going to park and sit down and we're talking nice. No fight, no trouble. Good night, good morning. That's all. Everybody minds his own business. So, we're gone now. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm asked about my feelings about the film Main Street, 30, 40, 50 years later. And it was the first film I made, and it led me into a career in film and television. And I've made many films and television programs. A lot of them you would know. But I think this is the best film I made, the first one. I didn't have any filmmaking skills at that point, but it was a project of passion, and it shows the passion of the filmmaker, and it shows the passion of the people who were being victimized in it. And I think it probably was my best production, which is pretty amazing for a cost of $500. This looks like the real deal.